All-day News 2 and our viewers joining forces to help families of sick children here in Nashville. The Ronald McDonald House gives those families a place to call home during a very difficult time in their lives. Let's go to meteorologist Marcus Bagwell. He's been at the house all throughout the day today. He's going to tell us about the good work and the big countdown to the moment when we turn on those lights tonight. Here we are less than 2 hours away from that moment. And Marcus, we're looking to raise $115,000 to light up the house for the holidays. Tell us all about this effort and also show us a little bit more about the house because it is such an important place for these families.
Mark, this is not your typical house. I mean, your normal house is going to have your everyday rooms that you're going to sleep in, your bathroom, your dining room, your kitchen area and whatnot. But this house has all of that magnified because it has to hold 36 families. And they have served so many families over the last several decades, ever since they started back in 1991. Over 440,000 people have been served here in the Ronald McDonald House. And the room we're in, Mark, I think your daughters can relate. I know my son and my daughter can relate. This is the children's playroom. It is just such a wonderful, wonderful room. There's a lot of different things around. There are tricycles around too that we've seen the kids just move around in. And so it's a lot of fun. Standing here next to me, this is Miss Hannah Dillon, and she is a staff member here with the Ronald McDonald House Charities. Hannah, thank you so much for your time. We just want to talk a little bit more about the house here. So the first thing I want to ask you is, can you share with us a little bit more that maybe the average person may not know about in regards to the house and what happens here?
Yeah, so I would say one of the huge things that makes up our house is just the personal connections that the staff makes, that the people staying here make with each other, that the families make with each other. That's one of the things that I noticed when I first started working here, just how close everybody gets. It really is like a huge family. You wake up in the morning, you see everyone in the kitchen, you talk to each other, keep up with each other, and everyone really is there, you know, for one another through the good and the bad. So I would say just the connection that we all really have with each other is something that people don't really see usually from the outside of the house.
Absolutely. And we all had lunch together earlier, and there were other people sitting down and eating lunch too. And I thought that was just really great. It's a great community perspective. And the dining room reflects community. It's very, very open, tables, chairs, and I think that's absolutely wonderful. Will you tell us about a family who has utilized the house and how they have been so appreciative and grateful for being able to have a place here? Because without this, it could be a big family budget breaker for families.
Yes, definitely. When I first started working here, I remember a family who was just so sweet. I mean, they were always in the kitchen cooking, making chili or jams, and they were just so open and vulnerable to us, and they were just so sweet. So they stayed with us. They left for a little bit. They got to go home, and then they recently came back. And, you know, even though they're going through such a crucial time in their life that is so difficult for them, they were just so sweet and constantly at our events trying to help us out with anything that they could. You know, while they're going through this horrible time, you know, they're trying to help us as a staff, and they really just made a huge impact on the staff and everybody that they came in contact with.
Yes, and you have helped provide tremendous service to these families. What is something about your involvement, and why do you feel that it is so important to help support the Ronald McDonald House Charities?
Yeah, so I actually have a personal connection to the Ronald McDonald House. I have a twin, and me and her, when we were born, there were some complications. So me and my family ended up staying at a Ronald McDonald House in Minnesota, off of Twin Street, which is kind of ironic since I have a twin. But ever since then, my family has always been super just supportive of the Ronald McDonald House and what they do, because it really has helped me and my family so much. So just bringing families together, making sure that, you know, they have a place to stay, a place to eat, and really be together is what it's all about. Wow,
that's great. Hannah, thank you so much. Thank you for serving here in this staff. And the staff here is so wonderful. They do such a great job. 24/7, 365. They are here and ready to serve the community. We have a silent auction ongoing. You can find that info with the QR code at the bottom right right-hand portion of your screen. You can also make a donation. A $105 donation is so crucial, and it is very special because you will be able to receive a Light Up the House Christmas ornament. What a great thing to have to remember the importance of these families in the holiday season. Mark, we'll send it back to you in the studio, and we're going to light up the house at 6 o'clock later this evening.
Can't wait to see it. Marcus, thank you so much. Also, we have some gorgeous Christmas lights all across Middle Tennessee. So if you are proud of your display at your home, or maybe you have a favorite neighborhood that you like to go visit, let us know. Email Pix, P-I-X, at WKRN.com. We could send a News 2 crew by your house and have it featured on News 2 during our 12 Nights of Holiday Lights special.